Alyssa, you feeling petty or do you have a sanity corner this week?
Guys, I'm feeling petty. So, like we talk about abortion all the time. And I thought to myself, how did abortion ever become a thing? Like a thing that people thought was bad, like they were like, we need to get rid of abortion. And so I had always known it had a little something to do with the Catholic Church and, some like bad newspapers. You guys, I didn't know it was the American Medical Association that was trying to drive doulas and midwives out of business. Did you guys all know this? Did you all know this?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
I didn't know this. I didn't know that they were trying to get rid of the doulas and the midwives.
It was men stealing birth from women.
Yes. But I mean, of course, I knew most of the component parts. I just didn't know that the American Medical Association was literally trying to get rid of the midwives and the doulas. So that's it. That's my petty. I like to admit when I didn't know something, and I didn't know this, and I was flabbergasted and I was outraged.
Yeah.
What year was this ish?
It was the late 1800s.
Yeah. This was something that was done with folk medicine, aka medicine that women practiced.
Yeah.
On each other, and you want to piss a midwife off? Get her talking about the history of gynecology and obstetrics.
Did not know that was how abortion became criminalized with the help of tabloids of the 1800s and the American Medical Association.
We also got the good Mr. Comstock. One of America's
don't forget Comstock.
most famous weirdo prudes
ever.
Yeah. I wish there was a movie about him.
So that was mine.
It's crazy.
The AMA. I didn't know.
The AMA. Ask me anything, but just not about abortion. Okay. So I've got an I feel petty this week. So our dog has had to have some tests. He's 7 years old and he's had to go to the vet hospital to get some tests, and a lot of things with animals stuff, they can't tell you what's wrong. So it's hard to know. And so my husband, this is his dog that he's raised since, the dog was a puppy. Him and this dog are very, very, very close. I love the dog. The whole family loves the dog. But we're waiting for some test results. And we've been waiting for over a week for some test results. And my husband has been, he's called the veterinary clinic, won't get a call back. Called this morning and they were like, oh, you're on the call list. They're just behind on some calls. It has been a long time since we got this test. My husband is very anxious waiting for these results. So am I. The fact that there is a call list, they have the results and they're just waiting to tell us. I find that to be a very cruel way to conduct business.
I agree.
People are very attached to their pets, and waiting for test results is something that shouldn't be prolonged when it comes to this. And it sucks. I think that veterinary clinics that are kind of cavalier and dismissive about the feelings of pet owners are really being shitty, and they're maybe in the wrong business. That's what I'm feeling petty about this week. Fuck 'em.
What's the point of
I hard
pushing
agree
that
with
off?
that.
Yeah.
No, it's that they're just we're busy and we'll get to you when we get to you.
Yeah, exactly. But it's if it's your pet, it's a companion that you really and you need to have more information to make decisions on what the next step is going to be. And in some cases, time is of the essence. And to see people not being not actually treating that like it's an urgent information is just wow, guys, fuck you. But also you need them. And so
that's the thing. And they're so hard to get into that you're you don't want to, burn bridges. But at the same time.
I mean, it's soup Nazi vibes. It's DMV vibes. It's it sucks. And it sucks to witness it happening. And it sucks that it's just tell us our dog's okay. If the dog's okay, just be yeah, the dog's fine. And if not, prioritize that call and give us that information so that we can make the right decision. It's just.
Or do the thing where they say if you don't hear anything, it's good news.
Right.
Exactly. Exactly.
If it's like a really long call list.
Or
it's like if you
they can just email you with the results and be like, there's no problem. Keep him on whatever he's on. Like it's so not cool.
Or just write an email. Like even
That's
if
what
you
I
don't
mean.
or like, but even with like the bad results, like, hey, just so you know, here's what came up. I will be calling you at X time to discuss this further.
Right.
But I wanted you to have information. Like, just fucking tell us. It sucks to not know, and I'm mad about it. Kiran, petty or sanity corner this week?
I've been sitting here thinking, as if I've never been on the pod before. What will I talk about? They're not going to ask me this question. Oh, again? They asked it again? Oh my God. Shook that we're doing this again. I went out for brunch with a buddy and got an avocado toast, and it came back as avocado on top of soggy bread. And
That's gross.
And it was like, and I don't know if you've actively, and then I was eating a salad that was just lettuce. Lettuce is not a salad. You have to have other ingredients, right? I'm not a rabbit, but the avocado toast was the thing that was like, he was like, oh, it's supposed to be toast, but this is just bread. Now it's a soggy mess. And you could just see the mood go down. You could just watch somebody's mood turn into a roller coaster. And then I thought about that. I was like, if something is soft on top of a piece of bread, let's make sure that the bread is substantive, that it has structure,
Dry.
that it's concrete, that it has a crunch, because there is too much injustice in the world already. That
it's so like, gross when it like flops over. You're like,
yeah, at two. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Soggy bread is terrible. Or like, have you ever ordered like a to-go sandwich or a takeout sandwich, and it's like not the type of sandwich that transports well, but they haven't taken that into consideration. They haven't like I feel like places that do to-go sandwiches that tend to get soggy if they sit for too long should separate the pieces with wax paper and be like, take the wax paper out and then make your own sandwich.
It's a genius thing, and you're correct, because it's like, I don't want to eat something that's half digested when I get home.
Put a note on the menu that's like, sandwich does not travel well. I don't know. It's not hard.
Yeah.
I would say the French have nailed the pre-made sandwich. If you've ever been to a patisserie and they have those baguettes and there's like perfect, no limp
baguette,
there.
Ham, little butter. Maybe
that's because they were all berated. They were all berated in French school, so they know, don't fuck up a sandwich.
That is the worst sin in France. You can go to jail.
No mercy.
If you make a bad sandwich in France, for sure. Right, Caroline? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Go to jail.
Yeah,
I heard. By the way, France recently had like a mustard shortage, and like apparently there were riots in grocery stores, which I just loved so much. It made me laugh.
Oh,
they're like, this shall not stand. Yeah. Affairs with Macron, no problem, but no mustard.
Oh man, I love that. That's a great note. Caroline, are you feeling petty, or do you have a sanity corner this week?
I feel petty, and this has been building up for a really long time. And I want to preface it with, like, I love weddings. I want to have a wedding. I think they're beautiful. I have so much fun going to them. I love an open bar. But weddings... Also, I like to celebrate my friends' love, but the open bar is great.
In conclusion, I do love an open bar.
Weddings are so fucking weird. They are so weird. They are so unnatural. And the part that really irks me the most are wedding registries. Especially for the bride. Like, why do I have to buy you a bachelorette gift, a bridal shower gift, a wedding gift? Especially the wedding gift, when there is like kitchenware on it. I get so irrationally pissed that me, a single lady, has to buy you and your husband, a dual income household who is getting plenty of money, a fucking pot, when I'm still using mine from college. It makes me
Oh my God. Caroline,
so
do you want to
mad.
register for a pair of Manolo Blahniks?
Not Manolos, but like
I think
I don't understand why we buy presents for happy people. Happy people, that should be your present. You don't need more. Why are you sending me an expensive list from Crate and Barrel when I'm sad and I have to buy you a gift? And it makes me so
That might be the realest petty ever.
And I think
sad people should get registries. I actually am on board for that.
People who are getting divorced should get to register because A, those are the people who need money at that time because it's expensive, and B, they're sad and they need help in this transition in their life. You don't need help in your transition to marriage. You're fine.
Mm-hmm. That is boundary breaking.
Interesting. That I think. Well, the registry thing is such an interesting point because I feel like maybe the origins of that tradition are from when people would get married when they were like 20.
Right.
And they were like, we don't
and
have
they had nothing.
anything. Yeah. But now people like live entire lives before they have like maybe 15, 20 years of accumulating necessary kitchen objects.
Yeah. And
then,
right.
I'm not a monster. Like I like if like people do like honey funds or like, and you can pay for like a jet ski experience on their honeymoon, like that I'm like more than happy to, well, not more than, I'm happy to do.
You're a little bitter about that too, because it's like, why you gonna be you happy, but you get to be happy on a jet ski?
I'm only happy because I do want that when I hopefully get married, God willing. But like things for your home, I do not want to pay for. You can do that. And the tradition must stop.
I love this. And I love sad registries. I feel like people should.
Yeah, that is groundbreaking. I would 100% participate in a divorce registry.
Oh my God. I would like spend more than I should on a friend that like set up a divorce registry.
Yes.
What about a breakup? What about a breakup registry? Is that too much?
You have
if you cohabitated and you're moving to your own place. Yeah.
Is there a minimum amount of years you have to be together for you to consider, how do we make sure the system doesn't get exploited?
Trust women, Kiran.
Yeah, Kiran.
Trust
women.
I'm sorry. Did we specify a gender of who gets to register? I would imagine that any one of the party who was getting divorced.
So. You think but I'm only funding the.
You think a straight man's gonna make a registry? Who makes the registries for every other thing? It's not the man. It's the woman. Anyway.
That was a good one, Caroline.
Yeah, that was a really
excellent.
Good one.
It makes me so mad.
People.
It's also the idea, the way it sprung forth something new.
I was two of my best friends got married this year, so hopefully they don't listen because I'm just like raging about how much I hate having to buy them presents.
Well, ex-best friends.